as well. So it has worked this time round. It's the second try. It didn't work just now. So thank you, technology. And thank you, Jennifer, for agreeing to go live with me and to speak about your experiences after you attended our first masterclass last week, our Weaving Wealth Masterclass. So welcome, Jennifer. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Erica. And I really feel like it was such an honor, really, to be here. And what an experience to the introduction to the wealth and weaving and the womb and the integration of all of that coming together. This is, yeah, I've got so much to say about it.
Yeah, and I'm so curious, I'm sure the others as well, to hear about it. Maybe should we start like, would you tell us where you're calling in from and how did you get to attend the master class? How did you hear the call or the pull of the thread? Oh, and now you're gone with your connection. Just gonna
coming from Missouri. I'm in Missouri.
Jennifer, your connection, your internet connection has been broken up. But now I can hear you again. Maybe you can say again where you're calling in from.
Absolutely. I'm calling in from Missouri in the United States. And I got introduced to your masterclass through the Sama Morning Stars Womb Apprenticeship. And you're one of the Womb sisters. So having this opportunity to see the other women in the apprenticeship share their gifts and be able to attend their classes, get to know them better and see what they offer and broaden that area of where the womb work scope can actually go is really intriguing. It's like all of this that bursts out from the womb. So having that opportunity to attend your class and meet all these other women was so exciting. And the topic of threading and weaving and again, the womb and wealth, it was just a new thing for me. So I had to go. There was, like you said, there is this pull of something that's already inside. It's just like, okay, I have to do this. And there was no question, and I was going. So thank you for holding that. So many rich opportunities.
I'm so glad that you did attend and followed your womb wisdom. And can you share what were your experiences since you picked up the thread and heard the call of joining us with this weaving together?
First, I have to say, I love your language. I love the picking up the thread and weaving together. Like, I love the vocabulary. It's so powerful and meaningful and deep, and it goes into something, far back that's going forward and in me right now and forward in the future. So thank you for having such a beautiful message. The experience was surprising. I did not know what to expect. It sounded good. It looked great. I knew there was something in there for me to connect to and explore. So going through the experience, first off, there was definitely a clearing, like an energetic clearing that happened within my body and in my mindset. So I could already feel like a energetic shift begin to happen. And I look at it like as if the energy of what was going on in that masterclass picked me up and shook me. And whatever didn't serve me or was blocking me from receiving was just like gone. And then I was just put back and very grounded in the physical reality of the wealth and all the potential that is in the threading womb, the weaving, and being wealthy and what that means to me. There was also a surprise that came up of understanding the relationship, and I had to get like the right relationship with my womb and my ancestors to have the right relationship with money or wealth that's going on, for me to be able to receive what was coming through in the workshop. I thought back to, particularly it was my mother's side of the family and all the beliefs or behaviors that are tied to the theme of wealth in the womb, particularly wealth. So that it was like this through the masterclass, it was like something was cut, like there was this unconscious agreement that was broken, and there was a new establishing belief that was emerging inside of me. So I was able to reflect back on some of the patterns and go, no, you know, that isn't it. Like, I don't have the poverty thinking anymore in whatever avenues that comes in, but yet it was for abundance and wealth and no fear to receive.
Wow.
And that was something too as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's potent. No fear to receive. And like even from the feminine ancestral line, the knot has been undone. And wow, that seems very potent. And we met our unique wealthy goddess. Who did you meet and what has changed for you since then? Have you received any more information or signs or messages?
Yeah, what a great question. And what a great meditation that was to experience and have her come in. The first thing that happened was I was hearing like the sound of coins falling, like gold coins, just ringing, ringing, ringing in my ear. And I was like, ooh, and it was infinite. You know, it was just overflowing and coming, and there was no effort.
Juicy.
Right?
Oh, I love that. I can literally hear the sound of the coins. Thank you for bringing that in.
Who doesn't like the sound of that, right?
Yeah, bring it on. I feel like I'm standing underneath this waterfall of the coins. Yeah, I love it. Thank you for bringing that in.
I love that. Oh, this is why I love talking with you. So yes, yeah, receive, right? So you're receiving that abundance as well of whatever flowed through, right? Because it's there. I'm like, oh my God, this is just there. It's not anything that I have to create. It's not anything that I have to force or go and get. It's already existing inside of me and already existing outside of me. So with this goddess of wealth, it was the message of this already, you know, is here. So there's nothing I really have to do but just get aligned with it. You know, let the resonance of it magnetically pull me into where I'm clicked and I'm unified with it in one. And then the image that I get is just like being on a raft and riding a current and just let it take me. Or I do really feel like this walk, this path that I'll be taking, there's something underneath, and it's like magnetic. So it's just right underneath. And as I walk this path, this thing is right underneath me, going with me for support. And it's super transformative and powerful. And my goddess, she did not have a name at that time. I have had meditations where there were other goddesses like Fortuna and Lakshmi, and I always saw Ganesh. So I love him. I knew he was like making the way, but there was still something missing. And when I took your master class, and I realized, oh, it was this connection to the womb and the wealthy goddess and that energy. And then, my goodness, here comes this beautiful woman, long white hair, this beautiful skin, and she wore a crown. And then in the Facebook group you have, there she was, in the picture, and that is Frigg, correct?
Yes,
yeah.
that's
So
yes.
yeah. So I was like jaw dropped, oh, there she is. So I know I have to learn more about her and keep journeying and buy your book. So I know I got to get your book.
I'm glad to hear that. So obviously it's not in any way a must or something, but I'm happy if you feel the call to read the book as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there was such a immediate change, and I feel the wealth goddess ever present. In fact, I have an apothecary room, and it has 3 different altars, and one of them in there, all of a sudden, it just became the abundance altar.
Juicy.
Yeah,
love
so
it.
it's just woo. And this was her gift, her expression, her just opening up her arms and saying, see, it's plenty, and it's infinite, and it's always coming. So the table has apples and honey and bird feathers that fell, that I find out in the wild when I'm foraging or hiking, and then pumpkins and squashes that are in season, and dried corn and candles and bouquet of flowers, fake, so because they will last forever. So it's this is the table that came through from meeting her in her masterclass. And it's
Wow.
powerful, powerful piece.
Wow.
Yeah, really
Really?
changing the way I think.
Wow. It's
I
amazing.
highly
It's just
recommend.
so abundant, pure, and you're just open to receive. And there are such potent messages and real examples of abundance. And I really love it. Like you go with the current, like you say, and you feel the pull from the goddess, and you just go with the current and seeing what is emerging in abundance. Yeah, this is like this magic. Gets me excited to see this magic in action. And is there any link as well to the bringing it into the hands, like to manifest it, like as the second part of the master class after we meet our wealthy goddess? We go deeper into embodied metaphor. I know in the first masterclass we didn't have a real chance to embroider, but maybe you still felt the pull to do it in your time. Is there something in the hands cribbling to do it with your hands?
Yes, there is something other than type. Yes, I love that question. And I love how you talk about that. And that makes so much sense. And it really, hands actually is, it's my favorite part of the body. And I have, it's almost like I just look at them and they're a very interesting piece. So the fact that the hands in your workshop and through the embroidery is such a focus, I just fall in love and melt into that and really want to go into it deeper and practice. So love making things. whether it's, picking herbs and flowers and making teas or tinctures or some kind of herbal, medicinal, or magical concoction, that there's something about the hands, and you're absolutely right in everything you say about it, and it's magic that wasn't brought forward in my awareness. And whether I'm making wreaths or brooms or dolls, that the embroidery piece really was intriguing to me, because I always thought, I've seen beautiful embroidered pieces. And I thought, oh, kind of like on a lighter side, that this is why women, didn't fight with their men, because they would just sew it out.
Everything which we don't like, we put it in the needle.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it goes in that we don't want. And when we pull the thread, it's like going through that process of being filtered, and we pull it out, and it's like this new thread. And then you just keep threading and stitching that way. So it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like the womb, putting everything in as it gathers the lining, and then the shedding would be the pulling through, and then here we go again. And same with like the moon cycles. So there is this medicine to it. But I never thought really that I could embroider, because I didn't think I had the dexterity or the attention for the precision or even the creativity. I was like, oh, I'll screw it up somehow. So I always liked it, and I thought about doing it, but there were all these things on why I couldn't. And then after you explained to me, which I would love for you to talk about again, because you just explain it so beautifully and it's so medicinal. But after you explained to me how you introduce weaving and sacred weaving or sacred embroidery, I'm like, I can do this, and I'm going to do it. And I know there's something in it for me when I do it that's really going to support what I've never had in my life before, and the way it's going to show up. And I feel it. I feel that. So yeah, but you always say, like, you pick up the thread. Yes, I did. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for picking up the thread. Because sacred embroidery, the difference is, the sacredness is, we all have our unique destiny thread. And even this feeling, why I don't like it, and a lot of women have been enforced to do embroidery, they don't like it, or why they don't finish it, or why they are perfectionists and they don't even start. Like my co-creative destiny weaver Shireen told me, she didn't pick it up because she thought she's not good enough, not perfect enough to do the embroidery. And all of this is welcome in sacred embroidery, because whatever comes up is an invitation for us to look at our own life story. Yeah, it's our own destiny threads unfolding. And then, like, the shadow parts, the limiting beliefs gonna come up, and the sacredness is that it's an invitation for us to weave ourselves back into wholeness. And it's not to do with techniques or to be a great embroiderer at all. I'm not like that at all. I myself just started a few years ago. But it's really about the sacredness of looking at our own life story, our own destiny thread, and consciously bringing whatever is then emerging into existence. And that's how we become the true co-creators, like to take the destiny into our own hands. And it's very sacred, because whoever comes up, shows up, and commits to go on this journey, I think that's the sacredness of writing our own story, or rewriting our new story. And that's very potent. And
It is. Like, this right here, this is the This is the medicine. This is the action. This is like the unity of connection and conscious weaving, like you talk about, just being so present. And we talked about, or you talked about it, and we talked about it before a little bit, is that mystery and how it's just always there. Like mysteries are never solved because there's another one for you. So when I hear you talk, like I can feel that draw and that wonder and that sense of adventure to go and explore and go in and get on that terrain and explore that mystery that's waiting inside through the weaving, the sacred embroidery, exactly the way you describe it. That is so, you said juicy, like I love that. That's so juicy. It's like, when I hear you speak in my coffee this morning, it's like the sweetness that's just been put to my cup.
Aw, how beautiful
I
is
love
that?
it.
How beautiful.
So good.
Yeah. Are you gonna join us for the next Tuesday's masterclass where we are adjusting and learning ourselves, me and Shireen. It's already changed since the first masterclass you attended. Like this Tuesday, we already introduced like really to do it with the hands, to embroider, like it's an invitation. The women already feel like they can start to weave, or straight after the meditation, starting already to do something with their hands, to really bring in this manifestation form into the master class, because that's where really the magic happens, where we bring the earth down, the heaven down to earth. So would you be interested to attend another master class?
Well, yes, I would. I will be there. And I thank you for the invitation and for continuing. You know, like I definitely came out of there wanting more. So I'm glad you're continuing to go. I'm glad I'm receiving the invitation. And any woman that is hearing us right now who hasn't done it, from like all my heart and being, like, just sit in at least one time, just one time, and see why we're so giddy and fearless and trusting. You know, there's something that's really sacred and beautiful.
Well, I'm looking forward to see you then in one of our next master classes on what is going to emerge. And I know you're going to do a fantastic a workshop next week, which I also look forward to attend. It's going to be online, and maybe you would like to post it in this group as well, because this is about making your own broom. And this is also such a witchy handcrafting exercise. I can't wait to do it. Do you want to tell us more about it? I'm so excited.
Oh my God. I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm and passion. And thank you for your support and bringing that up. Yes. So, broom making class. I love it because this is part of reclaiming the story. We're going to go into the lore and the myths surround the broom and look how it's like the feminine's really most important tool, and looking at what exists in modern times, what existed in the ancient times, and finding a way for us to find the truth by connecting with our womb and our ancestors as we create this broom. So that's going to be online on October 16th, which is a Friday, and it's a feminine day, belongs to Venus. So that's ours, ladies.
Yeah.
And it's a new moon. So what better time than to be in the energy of the feminine and creation and manifestation than that, right?
Yes,
so
perfect timing.
So it'll be October 16th, Friday at 2 p.m. Central Time. So for those who are in other places around the world or in the US, want to check the time calculator. If you cannot attend live, it's okay. I will record it. I do have a Facebook group event for this. So if anyone wants to connect with us, and if they connect with you, they can come to me, or if they can connect with me directly on Facebook, Jennifer Jarvis, and I can get you added to the class. I'm going to make an Eventbrite event for this, and you're going to have options to be able to donate, like $11, $22, $33, whatever it is. And 80% of these proceeds are actually going to be donated to Summer Morning Star's Womb Apprenticeship to help with scholarships for other men and to support women in their womb wellness and reclaiming. So this is a very special and near to my heart event in so many ways. So yeah, that's where we're at. I can't wait. I really can't wait to do this. This is gonna be so much fun. Talk about weaving.
I also cannot wait. Yeah, talk about weaving. And that's exactly this new form, I feel, from co-creative weaving wealth. We are supporting each other and sharing our gifts, and with all the amounts, which we can afford. It can be a very small amount, or even with our presence or giving something in return. And I think this is a new way of wealth. And yeah, and I'm just so excited to be part of it, doing something so enjoyable and at the same time create wealth. It's amazing.
Exactly, right? I love you put things. And it's so cool. Like I see like the integration come, like the broom, they can sweep away the negativity and clear the space to be open to receive what it is that's coming in through their womb wealth and their wealth goddess that you teach in your masterclass. So they really will play off of one another, and it'll be great to see, like what happens when we make the broom, with the twine and a little bit of an playful introduction to the threading, and then they do your masterclass and go into the sacred embroidery. It's going to be really interesting what happens and comes up. I'm really curious about that. Another mystery.
Another mystery. And like I posted a week ago, it's like this witches coming together and put all the gifts, all the unique like nutrients, and recipes in the cauldron. And I love this potency, because each one of us brings their uniqueness or their unique thread or the unique ingredient into the cauldron. And yeah, that's how we reclaim our power, we women, and we create something new. So very exciting.
I love that. It is. I love how you brought up the cauldron and like every woman putting in her own unique ingredient to make this special brew. And I was like, oh my God, it's like a massive cauldron womb, and here we are all together putting it in and stirring. And yeah, oh my God, you get such creativity in you. Yeah.
And in you too. And all of us. In all of us.
Yeah. I just get so excited. Yeah,
so I'm so excited, Jennifer. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward if you attend the masterclass, maybe next Tuesday, another Tuesday, but I'm definitely going to be there next Friday on the magical new moon and Venus Day, building my own broom. I'm just so excited. I love it. Yeah, so thank you.
We'll fly.
Yeah, we will definitely fly with the broom, with the self-created broom.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. And I will be at your masterclass on Tuesdays. I think it's 2 p.m. my time. So that's perfect. That's perfect. I can't wait. Thank you for answering your call, sweetheart. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for having me on today, and for everything that comes forward.
Thank you. Thank you for being there and sharing your brilliance and your experiences and sharing your gifts. Thank you for this co-creative weaving. Thank you very much. Blagadaru, loving blessings.
Love and blessings to you, sweetheart.
Namaste.
You have a great Friday.
You too, and a great weekend.
Yes, right, celebration. We got great things to come.